Are you an indie podcast or content creator looking to reach a wider audience? Look no further. Introducing Podcastic, the ultimate podcast network designed exclusively for indie creators like you. At Podcastic, we believe in the power of unique voices and fresh perspectives. We're here to amplify your passion and creativity, connecting you with the growing community of engaged listeners who crave original content. Podcastic is more than just a platform. It's a support system built for indie podcasters, offering a range of resources to help you succeed. From tailored promotional campaigns to professional production assistance, we're here to help you shine. Our intuitive platform makes it easy for you to be seen and heard. We do all the heavy lifting for you. You just show up and create. Plus, with our advanced analytics, you'll gain valuable insights into your audience's preferences, allowing you to refine your content and grow your fan base. Ignite your passion, expand your reach, and thrive with podcasting. Visit our website at www.podcasticlife.com to get started. Podcasting, the home for indie podcasts and content creators.
I pray that my love for you is bigger than what my parents have.
So you must be my daughter's new friend?
Candy, let me ask you a question.
Oh, so this him? This the man that comforts you more than me?
Mama, all men ain't like daddy.
That's not fair!
The content you're about to hear is a part of a paid programming segment. The views, opinions, and statements expressed belong solely to the sponsor and do not reflect those of Podcastic or its host. This segment is for informational and promotional purposes only and should not be considered as advice or endorsement. Listener discretion is advised.
Rise and grind, wanna show at 9:15 a.m. Monday through Friday, great conversation, guest appearances, cause you experience us on the cusp of blowing up. Boom. Wake up, wake up. Rise and grind, morning show.
Yes. Welcome to the Rise and Grind Morning Show, y'all. You already know what time it is. It's 9:15. We on time because Brittany not here. Chanie said not too much. No, I'm just joking. What up, though, Britt? She'll be back this Wednesday. So she had a great time. She said she was chili. Today is a great day to say this, and I'm not gonna lie, I've been hot as hell. Forced air is not always forced air. It's just not, because my air is not working. So I slept a very sweaty night. Yeah.
You know what, though? At least you had a home.
You know what? That's nice. I mean, yeah.
He's like, but I was still hot.
But I was still hot.
Yeah, it be like that sometimes.
You already know what time it is. Welcome to the Rise and Grind. I want to show y'all. It's only me and Chanie Shan is in the building today.
Good morning.
I don't have no gas station chronicles. However, I would like to say, everybody, please try your best to remain safe during the hot days in Detroit, Michigan.
Yeah, stay hydrated.
And stay hydrated. I seen some things yesterday I shouldn't have seen. Like, it was crimes being committed. Look,
well, that's to be expected.
Listen, so I stay in the area to where I'm only maybe roughly about 4 lights for my house, right? I mean, every light a crime was being committed.
See, my biggest thing is where does the police be when stuff like this is going on?
Hey, darky. No,
you see what I'm saying?
Jay, you look a little darky there. No, I'm joking. You look beautiful.
Thank you.
We'll get it together. During break. During break, we can get it together. So listen.
We're trying.
It was so much crime yesterday, and it was crazy. Like
I said, it's to be expected. This is the first heat wave that's consistent.
Yeah.
Like a couple of weeks ago, we had a few spotty days where it was 80.
The crowd was consistent yesterday. I mean, every light.
Yeah. I can only imagine how Belle Isle looked, Palmer Park, all of those.
Well, no, don't worry. But you have to worry about Belle Isle looking like nothing, because Belle Isle is secured. Okay.
That don't mean nothing.
Not Chandler.
That never stopped nobody before.
Not Chandler Park.
It's a different story.
Yeah. Since the state took over Belle Isle, though, there has not been that much happening on Belle Isle. But Chandler
You
Park,
still have to pay to go there?
yeah. Or I mean, when you get your license, they ask you to add $8.
Yeah, if you want it for
or
like the
something.
annual.
Yeah, I think it's only like $8. Most people like, yeah, put it on there. You know what I mean? My dumb ass like, hell no.
No, seriously,
And
because
then
you gotta think it.
And then I go,
add up.
and then when I have to go there, they be like $12. I'm like, damn it. Okay, I should
Now you
have went ahead
see,
and just,
it works if you are a consistent beacher or a parker.
with
So.
Beecher and Parker sound like two families shooting. You're a Beecher or you're a Parker? So anyway, today I just think we just need to pray for our families and things like that.
Yes, please.
There's a lot, and like a lot of people lost their lives in the Detroit River this past weekend.
I saw that. What was going on?
Like 3 or
with
4
that?
people, was unalive due to the currency of the Detroit River.
Yeah, that's wild.
You don't have to worry about. Guess who? You ain't have to worry about black ass being on the boat.
Wait a minute though. So you wouldn't go on the boats that just for like a daytime vibe?
No, I done all that. Listen, so here's where people get mixed up. I'm 53.
Yeah.
I have done most stuff by the time I was 29, 30. So a lot of stuff don't impress me. When I be telling my friends, like, you invite me on your boat, I just saying and just let them know that when they be talking about certain things,
Right.
let you know
I've been there.
you haven't invited me. So give me the option to say
I mean,
yes
but
or
why
no.
would they want to invite you when you already clearly stated that you wouldn't go?
No, I ain't
I'm not
know.
gonna invite nobody who I know ain't gonna go.
I never said they don't know I won't go. Give me the option to say no.
Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah.
But I've been on a tiki boat. I've been on, regular boats and things like that. Frequently, no, but it is a nice time.
There's no in the world. I'm just gonna keep going on the boat.
Yeah, like I said, not frequently, but I'm gonna go.
Yeah, no, you young.
Yeah, I got to experience life.
Yes, please experience it, because when it hit you.
Currently,
You like, home run.
listen, life will turn you every which way but lose.
Every single damn time. So let's go directly to the topic of the day. 'Cause I want to see who's checking out. The lack of discipline, lack of self-discipline, us versus us.
Yes.
You added something on there. Yeah, it wasn't always us versus us.
Yes, it was.
That wasn't in the notes.
Yes, it was.
It wasn't.
It really was.
It wasn't.
I think you need to go back.
Oh, you think I wasn't? Because there's no in the world I missed that.
It's cool. You miss a lot.
Ooh, it was. Us versus us.
Yep.
but-
Thanks, Cal. Good morning.
But there's a lot of things that we do have to get over.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of it is just us being in our own mind.
Yeah, but how we gonna be in the mind if it's not our own? It's crazy. I mean, everything is based off of other rules and restrictions and obligations we have with other people and not us.
Yeah, but sometimes we see somebody go through something and we feel like, okay, our situation gonna play out the exact same way. So in our mind, a lot of us don't even go for it. Because
I don't think that way.
No.
No.
So you're gonna take the chance regardless.
It's not a chance.
A lot of people aren't, chance takers or risk takers.
And 9 times out of 10, they don't know how to swim. I'm a swimmer. I'm gonna take that chance. I'm gonna get to the other side.
Because you feel like, what's the worst that can happen?
I mean, the worst already have happened in many cases already in your life. You know what I mean? People that lost their family members, children, you know what I mean? Their mama, their fathers. A lot of stuff already happened. You know what I mean? It's now it's like totally up to you. You're like,
I get it to a certain extent, but
no, let's talk about it.
he's like, let's talk about
Hey,
it.
sis, let's talk about it.
That's why I work. But shout out to Sis, let's talk about it Fridays
It's 7. Yeah.
Yes, so shout out to them. But I just like when it literally comes to us versus us.
When it what?
When it literally comes to us versus us, I feel like we are just in our heads, and a lot of things that we think in our heads are not even true, or it's not even what it's being.
Yeah.
Prime example, just being a predominantly in a predominantly white school, and you are the only or very few black students.
Oh, the blacks.
Yeah, you may feel like, okay, I gotta work extra hard, or I gotta prove myself, and whole time they just sit next to you like, hey, you just another kid in the class. They not looking at it like it's, an academic challenge or they have to prove or you have to prove something, but that's all in your head.
All you gotta
like
do is get an A.
based on you said based on, those limitations or just those, life experiences that has happened prior to. So.
Yeah, but I guess you're right, because we take on a lot of bullshit. We take on the bullshit before we take on the reality of it. The reality of it is we don't have to work harder. We just gotta do the work.
So you don't think we need to work harder?
No, you have to work harder in your character. But when your job in school, all you do is just do your job or do your work, and you just do the.
Yeah, that's simple when you're in school, because that's what parents say all the time.
You just gotta get
a job is to go to school and get an education. Everything else is taken care of.
Yeah, but high school is not even education to me. I think that's
what would you classify high school as?
Those are all compartmentalized ideas for us to move forward, but stay still. They just giving us work to do while our parents is at work in most cases. Because I guarantee you, majority of things that you learned that you thought you learned in high school, you don't even use.
Yeah, I would say probably in elementary, middle school, I use more so of those basic concepts.
Because those based off of principles.
Yeah, versus what I've learned in high school.
Yeah, because high school is preparing you for prison. And be honest with you.
Yeah. School period.
Yeah.
Because even in elementary, you walking on that
single file line.
Yeah. You going to the bathroom as a collective.
They mentally train us to become prisoners. And then they learn to mentally train us to become prisoners in our own mind.
Yeah. And that's where we stay stagnant at, thinking that things are, something different. The whole time it's not even that. I feel like we need to stop thinking that we are always being attacked.
We are.
I don't think always.
When you say black people, we are, but it's not being attacked by other people, we're being attacked by ourselves. I mean, you got to realize the majority of people who rob you going to look like you, right? Majority of anybody who's going to do you any harm going to look just like you. Mm-hmm. The sad part is that we don't do nothing to lessen the blow. You know what I mean? Like I told somebody I'm gonna come work with children, but I'm intimidating. My voice alone is just intimidating for children.
I can see that.
You feel me? So I have to learn how to, like, even with my daughter, I have to play with her. Like, hey, what's up, good little girl? You know, stuff like that.
Right.
Like, Daddy, stop! You so silly. You so silly. Talking like a relationship.
I was gonna say she do not talk like that now, but
she like,
I get what you're saying.
She
right?
Like,
let's knock it
chill
off.
out. Yeah. So
chill out.
Anyway, that's my baby. But I'm just learning about. There's a lot of things we need to take care of in our community. Shout out to the Mama Shoes in the world. Shout out to the Kongs of this world. Shout out to the Calvin Mans of this world. Shout out to the Miss Heathers of this world. We have to be more aware of our community.
Yes.
And realize that our boys do need us. Our girls do need us. However, we have to find a way that both of those worlds can work together simultaneously.
So for your self-discipline, was there ever a point in time where you kind of fought really going after your purpose or going after what you felt like you were, kind of put here to do?
The sad part, and my mentor is going to hate me when I say this, I don't even have no self-discipline. It's sad. I don't have no self-discipline.
And I feel like that can go for a majority of us. We don't have self-discipline.
I'm going to tell you why. There was a point in time when I turned 40, I was just willing to leave this earth. I wasn't about to unalive myself, commit suicide, but I just didn't care about my well-being. I mean, there were times I wouldn't try to commit suicide, but I'd be like, man, I'm about to go to the store at 1:35 in the morning to the worst store.
You just test my look.
Yeah, basically. Yeah. That's what I was doing. And then there was times where I never thought that I would ever outlive the age my mother got. Because my mother was like the strongest person I ever met in my life. Yeah. And then how would you feel? I mean, how would you think people would feel if they watch Superman die? Like, what hope do they have left?
Exactly. That's a good analogy. Right. A lot of people look up to him.
Right.
Yeah.
And so to save the world all the time, right? So I didn't even think I was going to reach to be 53. So now I'm in the shape that I am in, and it's harder to get back healthy.
Do you feel like you were living reckless because you had that ideology of not being here long?
Yes.
Okay.
That's the only reason I was living reckless. Because had I knew God's plan, I would have been way better off.
Yeah.
I mean, way better off. To the point to it would have been like, wow. By the time I reached 53, the people that knew me the people that know me, they would have been in awe. Like, damn, he in good shape.
Yeah.
That boy speaking well. I mean, I went through a time period where most people think I mumbled. Now, I used to really mumble to where people were like, excuse me?
Say one more time.
And I was sitting right there. And then one day I decided to go to speech therapy. And then one day Carl King noticed, he said, Miles, what's going on with you? I said, nothing, why? He said, no, seriously, like you talking clear. I said, well,
that was discipline though, to be able to go and consistently go to any type of therapy.
But that's the part that my mentor said. I said my mentors would get on my case. Because considering my accomplishments, right?
Yeah.
It looks like I had great discipline.
I think so, because think about the times where you say that you were in the studio for hours upon hours, sometimes not even going home. You really kind of stayed there. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, but that was my dedication to other people. It wasn't my self-discipline. I never wanted to let nobody else
So
down.
that's why it wasn't self-discipline. It was just discipline.
Correct,
because you knew you had to produce.
Or like I said, I just didn't want to let nobody else down. I could let me down all I want to. Hey, y'all, give us a call, 810-560-0658, 810-560-0658. And just like my man Mason said, I'm going to say it a third time, 810-560-0658. I've been speaking more clear in the past week only because I've been reading more this past week. This past week has been really enlightening me as far as my reading game again. I'm back on my reading. I always said that,
and that's self-discipline.
Yes,
being able to read.
Yeah, without falling asleep.
Yeah,
It been plenty of
and
times.
just being able to read and retain the information, because you can look at the words on the page, but are you actually retaining the information and understanding what's going on in the book?
Very true.
Because that's the thing. And in school, they always be like, hey, read this, give me a summary, or, hey, read this and answer these questions. It was just always something to make sure you retain that information. So, yeah.
Yes, in the case I'm going to give y'all a gift right now. Anybody who watching us that's in the entertainment business or in the film world or whatever, Candace is giving out headshot flash sale for $75. Book now. I'm gonna place the actual URL in our thread of the Rising Ground Morning Show.
Shout out to Candace, yes.
Yeah, she's a great photographer, and to get a headshot for $75, you really can't beat it. And that's somebody of her caliber work.
Yeah, and I definitely realized how important headshots are. So.
Oh yeah, wait, we in yesterday. Shout out to Lake. Lake is my photographer.
Yes, shout out to Lake as well. Lake the experience.
Yeah, Lake the experience. Better way on the track. No, I'm saying I don't know what her name is.
That's wild word.
I thought Miles was walking to the studio like the girl yesterday on the East. Butt ass naked.
I saw that now.
Damn.
Now that was a little disturbing.
What happened?
It was this lady, and then of course, unfortunately, she had to have been of the plus size community, which I hate. Cause why y'all gotta make us look bad? But she was a part of the plus size community, and she, like Dorian said, was booty naked.
Dorian, send me the link.
That ain't a site that you may want to see, but
I do.
It's hot. It's hot for sure.
Yeah.
But just make sure you stay hydrated. It's okay to wear tank tops, but clothes is still highly suggested. So.
Right. Oh yeah, thanks, Calvin. This is my GAMG Big Flex Strong Cast. Right? She did like she about to punch somebody. She ain't even go sideways with it. She was
that
like,
boy ain't even playing. Oh,
we got a video for this topic, Chanie?
Man, we can get one. Good morning,
Okay.
Mark. How are you?
Hey, what up, though? Hey, Mark, you better start bringing your ass up here. So, you think he gonna get all through?
So Dorian said they call that reading comprehension. We used to test for that back when I was in school, MEP and CAT exam.
Yeah.
Okay, I never had the CAT exam, but I did have the MEP. That was
MEP.
Yeah.
So
We had a whole song. For
Really?
the MEP. Yes, and
How'd
I
it go?
remember it because I used to.
let me hear it go.
He'd be like, the MEP says, are you ready to start? Science, math, social studies, language, arts. The MEP test
MEP
is
test.
coming soon. I'ma pass the MEP test, but what about you? Like this is elementary.
That's a damn shame.
However,
But you can't remember what the hell you read 2 days ago. Anyway,
this is
Chanie need help.
I really like being in a choir.
Why, so you can hide your voice?
No. If you're in a choir, listen, every voice counts because the
No,
one that's
most
off
definitely.
is gonna stand out the
Definitely.
most.
Mine's always gonna stand out. I'm like,
Yeah.
lift every
'Cause you
voice
below
and
baritone.
sing.
You undertone. Mark said, I'm coming back real soon, finishing his book and a couple of other things. Okay, Mark.
All right, Mark.
Congratulations.
Welcome back. Shout out to everybody. What happened?
Dorian said, all jokes aside, she was having a mental breakdown. Dorian, give all the context to the
Okay, we're doing
to the story.
And Dorian still send me the link.
That's why we're no. I didn't take the time to really read the caption part.
I mean, she got to really have it. She must really have to have a mental breakdown walking down grass shit. Butt ass naked. First of all, she on the east side. Anything could happen.
No,
She could have had a child right there. You know what I mean?
not she on the east side. Anything could have happened.
Anything could happen to her.
I just like the self-discipline even comes to the summertime. When it comes to the parties, if you know that you are purposely leaving your house to fight, please stay at home. Please have self-discipline to handle your beef or whatever outside of the parties. Because
Listen,
some of us actually want to enjoy the summer and make it back home.
I got a couple friends that work for the police department, right?
It gets wild.
And they say you can't even imagine the phone calls we get.
Yeah.
She was like, what was it, earlier this year? A best friend killed their best friend over a piece of chicken.
Was it a lack thereof?
Huh?
Not validating it, ladies and gentlemen. Just trying to get
It
context.
had no seasoning. What'd you say?
Yeah.
Yeah. So no, seriously. They
Mark said I will say she had some jugs.
Mark, send me the link. Y'all playing.
Do not send this man the link,
Please.
please.
Send me the link. We ain't showing on the show. I want to see it.
Dorian said either that or the superheat in menopause had her out there like F it, I'm hot.
Hey,
it was hot
and
yesterday.
that could have happened too. But we could put that on the screen, can't we? No, I'm talking about the comments because you're reading it.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the lady. I was like, I don't really want to put the lady out here like
Damn
that.
it, I forgot one link. All right. Anyway, y'all.
It's okay.
Welcome to the Rise and Grind Morning Show.
But no, it was definitely hot. It was, and it's gonna get hotter.
Who today?
Yeah, it's supposed to be like what 96.
Don't 90 nothing. Oh my gosh.
I think because when I woke up, it was almost 80 degrees. So with that being said, thank you, Mark. Mark said you don't want to see it.
I don't.
No, I told you it's not.
I mean, I wasn't saying it for like I'm gonna get excited. I just want to see because I can tell on her face if she having a mental breakdown.
How you gonna tell somebody having a mental breakdown? I can see it in your face.
Look, young lady told me that she work at a mental institution, right? What she do with the patients. She said this lady always she was like, "Excuse me, Miss Johnson." She was like, "Can you see him on the phone?" I answered back like, "Hello, Miss Johnson. Miss Johnson, can you?"
Whatever you need to do to get Miss Johnson's attention.
Exactly. That's what I do.
I feel like people that are in healthcare are very creative in ways
They
and
can
in tactics. Yeah,
But
you
like,
have to.
She was like, I ain't never thinking about that. I'm like, duh. No, just joking. Shout out to the young lady I met at the coffee shop. Detroit Coffee Lot is so dope. It will not be open in the month of July. I'm kind of hurt. And then she was talking about, Miles, I need my flyers to look. I said, talk to me in August.
That's when I can talk to you again.
Yeah,
Shout out to Miss Tika.
Yes.
Definitely make sure stop by the Detroit Coffee Lodge before the month of July, and definitely return it back in August.
And she got some great coffee. Real good coffee.
It does smell really good. I'm not a coffee drinker, but it does smell good when
she has her own brand of coffee.
Oh, that's
and
dope.
she ain't just take Folgers and put it in the bag. She actually
she took time.
Got
It's
with
made with
yeah,
love.
there you go.
And y'all say it tastes really good, so it tastes like it.
Yeah, it does.
Dorian said, as hot as it was, I don't blame her. She had the courage to do it. Dorian, that should not be commended. That is not courage.
It sounds like courage to me.
That is not courage.
Overall. But if
She should have more self-discipline.
But if she had a mental breakdown, it ain't no discipline.
I get it. So you feel like with mental breakdowns, that's where you can have that lack of self-discipline.
Yeah. Cause you
trying to hold it together for so long, and then
like I was trying to hold that yarn back. I couldn't take it.
It's okay.
Yeah, I had to let it go. I think you better let it go.
I just thought about that too.
Looking like another yarn. TKO. Shout out to Teddy Pendergrass.
Shout out to Teddy.
Teddy Ruxpin. Calvin said, shout out to Detroit Coffee Lodge.
Yes.
100%. Most of them. 100. Calvin, if you've never been there, man, when you get a chance, when it open back up, you have to come back. You have to go over there and check it out.
For sure. So Miles, what do you feel like where do you feel like you lack the most self-discipline?
Food.
Okay.
When it comes to my eating habits, I'm an emotional eater.
Okay.
Anyway, so
It's okay.
Okay.
The first step is to admitting it.
Thank you. I am very much so an emotional eater.
Yeah.
And
I'm sorry, I just thought about you crying and eating at the same time, like watching a movie.
and with food all in my blood.
No, seriously, because one thing about it, you're gonna cry at a movie.
I'm a crying movie. Yeah. Shout out to my emotional ass.
No, shout out to you being in tune with their emotions.
That's very true.
A lot of men think that's, a little funny.
A little funny daddy. Ain't no daddy about my funny. No.
Not too much.
First of all, you gotta try. Any man to do this, something wrong with him.
He's not trying to put emphasis on his point.
Unless he do that's the Jordan.
He just may be putting emphasis on his point.
With the tongue out.
Okay, now you adding stuff.
I'm just
now
saying
you add more to the story.
That's Michael Jordan. Hey y'all, I'm telling you right now, I'm really self-disciplined now. My discipline has to come in the next 25, 30 days is definitely learning more about AI. AI has taken over a lot of things. I think I showed you how AI just took my book and made it a podcast.
Yeah.
That was crazy. And it would actually respond as if a caller was to call in.
But, oh, really?
Yeah.
Now, that's sweet. And it goes back to the point of when me, you, and Dorian, we were having a conversation about, you guys were saying AI will take over. And I said, I don't truly feel like AI will never truly take over, because just how you had to input the different things from your podcast, from your book to make it into a podcast, who was going to enter in that information?
Well, no.
If they don't have a human person that they're collecting that data from.
Yeah, but it only take one versus having 30 people.
But you can't. You're gonna need more than one, because you're not gonna just be able to use one and with the same idea, the same concept.
They got an open AI called Open Router, and what it does is take information from like if your emails, right? I can route all my emails to Open Router, right? And I can tell it. I say, hey, if Chantel email me, make that priority. If these people make a priority, send it to my phone. You feel me? And send me a message.
Right.
It ain't gonna say, hey, you have 3 messages about Chantel. It's gonna be like, Chantel message, would you like to be read?
Priority.
Would you like to be read? Would you like to be read? Would you like for it to be read? And you just say yes.
And they'll read it to you?
Yes. And it's crazy. Like, you don't have to worry about a whole bunch of stuff.
That kind of happens now.
Yeah,
your voicemails are transcribed.
But it's not the other way around.
What, you transcribing them?
Yeah, or a human voice saying, or guess what? if it's getting to where if I can have a conversation with you, right? And I say that, hey, if I can't I'm gonna walk out and you go ahead and talk. I could take that audio you took and then put it in your priority file, and when it reads me the info, it reads me back in your voice.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Now that's pretty sweet.
Yeah, so it means that we got to really think about
Good morning, Richard.
what we got going on. I mean, it would actually heal a lot of people too, because some people who may have their mother or father who passed away, who have their voice on voicemail or whatever, they can actually have their mother or
That's
father.
gonna tear some people up.
Yep.
And it's a good gift for
Dorian said the heat will have you doing strange things, like trying to shoot
up a church and the shooter get ran over by the deacon and shot to death by a guard, or take off your clothes and jump into the river and try to swim to Canada and drown. It's the heat. I tell the people every time, it's definitely the weather. The weather do make you do some strange things, maybe calling some people back and etc. So the heat can definitely do it. I did see a lot of, we were talking about that earlier, Dorian, with people just jumping into the river. I saw a few cases of that over the weekend. So definitely be careful out here.
Yeah,
we are officially in summer. So
when does summer start?
Like a week and a week.
No, the 21st.
Well, whenever it was, it's here now.
What's today's date?
Today is the 3rd.
Okay, let's go.
Yep. The 23rd. So I think where I lack self-discipline in I think I lack self-discipline with boundaries. Because I just try to be there for everybody. Only because it's kind of always just been something I did. It's nothing I never had to try too hard for. I just was always that person that helped people out, that was there for people. People depended on me. So I just kind of carried that. So I just kind of carried that. So learning now the boundaries and knowing that it's okay to say no, and that you can't be everywhere and doing everything and making everything. So you're going to have to say no sometimes. I feel like that's where I lack self-discipline, because I'm like, okay, if I can do it, I can do it, but sometimes I don't, have to be so accessible and/or so available for just certain things. So,
and I don't blame you.
That's where I am trying to gain my strength with just having self-discipline, just to really embark on my boundaries.
Got you.
Because it's necessary. It is necessary.
No, yeah, it is very necessary.
Said Saturday.
What was that?
That summer started.
Oh, Saturday. Okay. That makes sense because it was hot as fuck.
That's what I said. We're getting a consistent heat. And don't y'all get to complaining, because when it was cold, y'all, I can't wait till summer.
I never say that.
I've seen people already say, I can't wait till fall. We really just left fall. Like, we just left it. We just took off our hoodies. Like, it's
I still
okay.
wear mine.
I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes, by the end of the day, I'll probably start on a hoodie. I would.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. I wear a hoodie all year round.
Yeah. Because I don't get hot quick. So when I say I'm hot, it's hot.
Oh.
Because I'm more of a Cody. So.
Oh, I hate that school.
I'm sure.
I hate Cody. Let's go to a video right quick.
T Grizzly.
Oh, what? That ain't T Grizzly?
He went to Cody.
Did he? Mm-hmm. Oh, that's why he messed up in there. Okay, I got it.
Thank you, Dorian.
Shout out to Grizzly. At least Shan is honest with herself. Yeah, I mean, a lot of us is honest with ourselves. However, we lie to ourselves in public. Mm. You can be truthful to yourself in private all you want to.
Caller, you on the air.
Do anybody got an AC capacitor on them right now? I need one. My heat just went out. My air just went out.
Pull up on me.
Pull up on me. No, bro. I need an AC defibrillator or something like that. Yesterday. What's up? Yeah. For real, your air just went out.
Look on the TikTok shop. They have shirt fans, car fans, and
No. I got central air and my capacitor, which I have to. It's simple. It's only $12, $15, something like that. Mm-hmm. It just went out. So yeah. That was crucially Friday, Thursday or Friday. So it's been the weather changes. I think what it is the extremes. Now, if we would have just entered into summer and it was 82, 83, 84, we think about it. 3 weeks ago, people had their furnace on.
That's
People
it.
still rocking Look, Miles had a hoodie on the other day.
I swear.
Yep.
I literally
Friday.
Yesterday,
Friday
I just turned my heat off and I turned my air on yesterday.
Yeah. And so, I mean, I think it's the extremes. It's like you don't enter winter with an ice storm and it's a polar vortex all at the same time.
That's true. That's true. We ease into it.
We ease into it, and like you said, Shan, all we really are having is extended falls and extended springs.
That's it.
And then when the season actually do kick in for winter and summer, it's just either it's going to be, because last year we only had 4 90-degree days last year.
That's true, because it took a minute for it to really reach this type of weather, like you said, even in June and even in July, the hotter months. So
yeah. You know, and it was touch and go. It'd be 92 one day, and then it'll storm, and then they go back. You know, you're in the 80s. I really didn't have to use my AC last year. You know, so
yeah, same.
It's just. But then this winter, hell, we had cold spell like December, January. Mm-hmm. You know, like it's super extreme, and then it's like. That's why everybody start complaining, because it's like this. Now that it's going to be like literally 100 today, right?
Yes.
Damn.
Yeah, that's what it's supposed to be like 97 and 98.
Yeah. And then it's going to extend in tomorrow, right? Now, what's going to be the normal, it's summertime temperature after we've had this super extreme start to the summer?
Exactly.
What,
I've seen the 80, yeah, like you said, but we typically go into the 70s, then the 80s, and then we creep up to the 90s, or we hit that peak of 90 during the day, and then we drop back down to the 80s. So
I was just watching a little young cat today. I'm watering my grass, and he has a hoodie and jogging pants on. He going to Mumford. I'm like, Lord, summer school. You about to die, son.
Yeah, a lot of kids wear hoodies. What I don't get is the hoodie and short combo.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, pick a season, stay there. But yeah, I definitely see a lot of that too. Either the shorts, the long sleeves with the shorts, or the hoodies with the shorts.
This boy had a gray hoodie, and he had basically a jogging outfit with the hoodie on. It's 85 degrees now.
That's wild work. Now, what about the people with the Timbs? I've seen Timbs on people.
Now, see, it's one thing for your feet to stink. It's a whole other thing when your whole body gonna be you're gonna faint. You're gonna stink and faint, and then you're walking. And even if you're walking a small distance, I just was in my basement. Now, mind you, the basement is the coldest part of the house.
Yeah.
Other than the upstairs, I got a little air conditioning unit upstairs.
Okay.
I'm in the basement just cleaning up. I'm sweating to death.
In the basement. That's how you know.
In the basement. That's how you know. And I'm like, come on, son. And then I'm watering the grass. He gonna walk in the street. I'm like,
you gonna be like, yeah.
You like, gonna hit you with some water now.
Okay, like you really need this. So during question, where is an area where you feel like you lack self-discipline, and then what is the area where you feel like you have great self-discipline in?
I got discipline in what I do, but I have a lack of discipline when it comes to. I feel like I'm a bit of I'm not gonna say an alcoholic, a functional alcoholic. Mm-hmm. And I smoke cigars. Mm-hmm. And I smoke weed.
Okay.
And I love terrible food, which I know I'm not supposed to, but somehow I keep my finger.
It'd be like that, yeah.
Yeah, I have like I could be good and be like, all right, I'm gonna go home and cook, and then I'm gonna still get something. Or I'll be like, well, it's just a beer, you know?
Yeah.
It's like I feel like almost every day I'm drinking, but I'm not over drinking. See, that's the discipline.
So do you? I was gonna say, do you feel like the moderation has a big part to play in when you do decide to do it?
Well, you know what? I just like to chill. Mm-hmm. So if I'm watching a baseball game or I'm just relaxing at home towards the end of the night, I'm gonna drink me a cold one. It's to me, it's like the discipline is like, I know it's not truly healthy, but at the same time, you got to have something to calm you down. And then I would rather do that at home as opposed to being out in the streets. I feel like this. I've gotten away with all kinds of offenses that I probably should have been either dead or in jail for, or severely crippled, like a paraplegic. So certain disciplines have, like, I may slip on certain things. Like I know my health is the age I am. Certain food I probably shouldn't eat. But I feel like, too, I have to prioritize my rest more as I get older, because believe it or not, your body heals when you rest.
Yes. And one thing about it, your body is going to let you know when it's time to rest, whether you want to take it or not. So literally, I just be chilling, and before I know it, I'm asleep. The next thing I know, I'm waking up, every light is still on, and it's just like, I don't even remember going to sleep, and it's because my body was like, yeah, no, it's time. And
we do too much. We try to squeeze too much in the 24-hour period, because society tells us, like, if you don't do that, you're lazy, or you don't want nothing out of life. But in reality, a lot of people that do everything in moderation, everything, they're the ones that's going to last long. And then the key thing is rest is cutting off your mind. I feel like, how
to
people
an
end up
extent,
with
yes.
Yeah, because I deal with a lot of older people, and a lot of them, their parents are suffering dementia.
Yes.
They lose, and that's because at some point, the wires got crossed, the wires jumped, and then they just not the same no more. They can't even remember nothing.
It's like you're physically looking at the same person, but mentally, it's not the same. Yeah, trust me, I've been around.
But a lot of that is too trying to do so much. Even if you look, it can. A lot of the people I'm talking about are in their 90s, but
sorry about that, door.
It can happen early on, and at the same time, a lot of it is just we put too much stress on us.
I think so.
Yes.
I think so.
Totally agree.
Do you feel like that kind of goes back to what I was saying earlier, as far as us being in our mind, and sometimes what we create in our mind is not the reality?
Yeah, you know what we do? We worry more than we work.
Ooh.
And when you go and you worrying is going to kill you. Working ain't never killed nobody.
That's true.
As long as you do it in moderation, you know your limits. And every man and woman, when you get a certain age, you should know how much sleep you need.
Yeah,
how much
to
function within a day. And then the most important thing, this is where it comes back to the stress. This is why I practice stoicism. I can not only worry about how I react to things.
Wow.
I cannot fix the world. I cannot change how somebody's acting. Only thing I can do is reflect on it and let me control how I react to it. If I don't react to it, it's not a problem. It's not stress. Things we generate more worry in our minds. We end up stressing ourselves and have more fear about things that the unknown.
Yes.
Than what's the actual reality of the situation.
I won't lie, that part gets me too. Because I'm a person that likes to know. I don't like to be left in the dark. I'm not the type of person that can just leave one place without having an idea, plan, or whatever for something else moving forward. You
can't do that.
I can't. To me, no. It'll leave me just too vulnerable, and I can't. I need to know.
That leave you in a place of contemplation and too much, as they would say, Miles know what I'm talking about. Study long, study wrong.
All that.
That's interesting, because what about taking that time to study long and make the right choice?
You would never make the right choice studying long.
Never make the right choice, right? That's the part of stoicism.
That's interesting.
You just gotta go with it.
And that's the part of knowing how to swim. Like when you get pushed in the pool, you have a choice. You can sink or swim. And if you want to live,
I'ma just float.
No, you only can float for so long.
You're gonna float for so long, and then you're gonna go under, and you're gonna drown because of inactivity.
No.
Nope. All the things that you're saying, floating and tread water, don't get you no motion and look, will more than likely end up you drowning.
Yeah, that's true. It really just keeps you afloat.
All you doing is waiting for help.
Okay. Somebody.
Pretty much.
Anybody, yeah. That's what I learned to do. Tread
You
water.
be like, hey man, you be like, hey, you be like, hey man.
Don't spray water.
Say,
Swim.
man.
Swim. Move every muscle. Relax your look. As they would say, you can sleep when you die. But
There you go.
at the same time, get your rest all in between. Moderation. You ain't got to be doing.
I feel like we should stop normalizing it. We should stop normalizing. Oh, you can sleep when you die. No, that's people issue now. They're not sleeping now.
Well, the whole
They're not
thing
taking care of themselves or their body now.
That's true. That's true.
Shows.
So here's the thing, and this time it's got truth. I look better than a lot of my cohorts or people I grew up with, who's my age, right? I never abused my body except for with alcohol at a particular time. So what you have to understand is there's a lady, she's 72 years old. She said she only sleep 4 hours a day. She's 72 years old and she can do push-ups, pull-ups, whatever you need.
I ain't gonna lie though, she's 72.
Yeah.
She don't have life stressors.
No, she do. I mean, she still have life stress.
How though?
She has her own farm. She farms her own farm, so she still do like. So people think because you.
Yeah, but she doing that at her leisure. It isn't anything where she's still going
eat.
up. I'm
She
just
don't go
saying,
to the grocery
it's not like
market.
she's going up. Yes.
Listen, first of all, you don't know outside of what she's showing you where she may have a concern for one of her children or one of her grandchildren.
There you go.
And then you have look at 72, because Miles will tell you at 51, 52, hell, at 48, I can tell you right now, you also have the thought of your mortality. How long I'm going to be here? So when you 27, 28, you feel like you got a long way to go.
Yeah.
And guess what? You don't.
Yeah, I'm learning that now.
You don't at all.
You don't. Not at all. That time will be like this.
Yeah, we on fast time now anyway. Like, it just seemed like time is moving way faster than it ever did in my years of living.
We're in month number 6 of this year.
And that's exactly it. And we were just saying Happy New Year. Like, it's wild work. But we on fast time.
Well, it's not fast time. It's just time. It's just that right now, like you just spoke of, we are tricked to sleep 8 hours a day, right? Here's the thing. If you live to be 60, that means you slept 80. That means you slept 20 years of your life away.
I get it, but why are we not getting a proper rest and still getting up and functioning as if we did?
The type of rest you get.
I'm about to say it's the type of rest. Just because you laid down and went to sleep don't mean your body rested.
So what would truly equate to a body resting?
When you're having a dream, when you go into a REM sleep.
Do you have to remember it or not?
No,
you will know.
You will know. You didn't
have sleep paralysis. You ever had that?
Yeah. Oh yeah, most definitely.
Is sleep paralysis where you can't move?
You can't get up.
Yeah.
She says she had that this morning.
Probably.
But I made it.
So what happens is, honestly, if I sleep longer than 5 or 6 hours, I know something is wrong. I know I was tired.
Yep.
You feel me? Because there's no way in the world like me. My mind is constantly thinking.
Yeah, it's very nerve-wracking though. Because it's like, I feel like
I ain't gonna call you no more, damn Chanie.
Yeah, no, no, not for you. I'm talking about for me. I literally was having a conversation with my mom, and I was like, I just feel like my mind never turns off. I feel like it's just constantly always thinking about the next thing.
But
like I have a mental.
But the next thing for what though? So and here's what I want to ask.
Whether that's for the day, whether that's just the next thing on level of priority.
I'm gonna give you an example. I was sitting up here sleepy. So I said sleepy. I was here sleepy. I said, let me go fix me a sandwich. Right.
Shout out to the sandwich.
And I'm having one of the best sandwiches I've had in my life, and it's great. You know what I mean?
Cute.
Hey, look at it, looking like pretty sandwich. And like pretty sandwich.
It's that.
That's what she said.
Okay.
So anyway, my body was saying, "Feed me, Seymour."
Exactly.
But it was because I have no self-discipline.
No, it's because you need those things. You need the rest. You need the nutrition. You need these things to be able to function.
Yeah, but
truly function.
You don't need to sleep 8 hours a day.
I wouldn't necessarily say 8 because we typically don't get it. It's very hard. And please shout out a person that is still very much in their either 40s, 30s, 40s, or 50s that they can do that.
I mean,
Well, you know, they say scientific studies show that as you age, as you get older, you don't need as much sleep. But what type of sleep you're getting, that's integral.
Because think about it. Go ahead.
That's the time when you are really not stressing about nothing. You're in that other world. You know, there's different worlds, right? There's different dimensions.
Very true.
You go into that dimension. You have those worries and stresses over there, but it's not a physical thing. And that's how you be like, wow, I had a vivid dream. And then you see how quickly when you wake up, how if it doesn't really resonate with you, which means you wasn't really in a good REM sleep, which is rapid eye movement sleep. That means that your eyes are closed, but you're if someone's watching you, your eyes are moving.
That's interesting. And I only feel like that with the sleep because I'm like, I see so many people just during the day, they either take cat naps or if like they have to take a nap during the day or they just kind of doze. I feel like that's because they're not getting the proper rest the night before, because we all like, oh, don't sleep this long, or making it as if sleep and or rest is a bad thing, or it's putting us behind, or it's not letting us, accomplish our goals. I feel like that is one of the biggest myths, and that's why a lot of people are stressed or carrying stuff, because we're not resting, we're not actually sleeping, we're either catnapping. In 15-20 minutes of sleep, you're gonna be delusional. You're not gonna be as functional. You're prone to carry more weight that way too, because your metabolism is slowed.
True, I would concur this though. Every person over 40 has to look between the hours of 2 and 5 p.m. They start to yawn. Every person, like I say, live long enough, and you will see.
Yeah.
Let me tell you how those cat naps are important, because this is what I learned from a business executive what to do, and it has worked wonders. Drink you a cup of coffee or your favorite caffeine drink, leave your clothes on, take you a 20-minute nap, set your alarm. Go to sleep. If you possibly can, in that 20 minutes, you're going to wake up completely refreshed and sharp. It happens every time.
Is it because you trained your mind to feel like, okay, I'm already dressed and ready?
No, it's not even a mind training thing. You shut your mind down for 20 minutes, 20 minutes to 30 minutes. You take a full nap, which means you lay down, put your phone up in your comfortable spot, whether you could be in your car, whatever will make you comfortable. Do that for 30 minutes, set your alarm, stay fully dressed, you doze off. More than likely, you're having a REM sleep, and then that alarm's going to wake you up. And when you wake up, you will be fully alert. Be just as sharp as if it was matter of fact, you're more sharper now than you were in the morning.
Well, I got 2 new futons, so I'm going to try that one out.
It's worth a try.
I drink certain non-sugar energy drinks from time to time. And like I said before, after 40, and Miles will look, he will co-sign it. Yes, after 2 o'clock, for some reason, no matter what I did before, I did nothing that morning, and I'm yawning. And that just comes with age. And what happens is you're correct. Our metabolism, a lot of my friends, especially women, they living at the gym, trying to work out. Well, I can't lose weight. Well, you're eating bad.
Yeah.
And then you them 4 hours of sleep, you probably did it right after you ate.
Yeah.
And then too, you have a lot of women.
Down.
I know females that go to the gym, and instead of doing something like, I don't know, swimming or calisthenics, right? Just lots of stretching and yoga, they will go and work out and wear out their joints. And guess what? When you have an elbow or a shoulder or a knee or a hip issue, because you're trying to put all this weight on 40-year-old cartilage.
Yeah, and that has to heal.
Look, worse than that muscle is going to turn into fat if you don't, because muscles are only muscles because you're shredding it. It's shredding. You're shredding fat, these muscles, and it constantly, you have to literally do that every day. And if you don't, guess what's going to happen? You take a week off, it turns to fat.
I swear. Because it literally takes more for you to lose the weight than to gain it.
Yep. Because you know what? When you're young, you can burn the food. That's your gasoline.
Yeah.
That's why you got more energy than we do. That's why you're looking at naps. But guess what? You sleep longer than we do. People my age don't have to sleep that long.
Yeah.
We can function off of 5 to 6 hours. At least 4 straight hours is good for your body. It's good to shut your mind down.
Yeah.
Good to get into another world. Good to get out of this everyday physical reality that we have to deal with and shut it down. And that'll give your body time to heal. And it'll give your body enough time to is more or less recharging yourself. And see, when you're young, this is why you got to attack, because once you touch 30, your fire starts to die.
Yeah. Tell me about it.
It starts to die. That verve to go out here and be an activist and be energetic. You old enough to know better, but young enough to not care.
I swear, Dorian, because I be at home so much now, and when I tell you, when I was younger, every weekend I already was getting plans together during the week for the weekend. Like, yep, I'm going here, I'm going there, hit up 2-3 different places in one night. Now I'm like, listen, we have to have a destination, we have to have a time, I have to have a place. I don't really go out. Like I can really stay at home and be content.
Yeah.
So I agree with that.
I went way over my time limit.
No, thank you.
No, you're good. Thank you. Thank you very much.
My bad.
All right.
No, you're
Don't worry about it. All right, dude.
Have a good day.
Thank you.
All right, y'all.
All right, thanks. Bye.
And also, I'd like to say I am also hosting a comedy for the cause this Sunday. I am the host.
Okay.
For a fundraiser at 351 Inkster Road. And I have a comedy show coming up November 1st.
Thank you, because all of the jokes that he uses on us, I hope that he's able to showcase these skills in November. Because
I hope so too. Now don't be the worst failure ever.
I don't think you're gonna get booed.
Hey, look, I'm gonna be the worst failure ever. I'm gonna be on here like, can y'all please come to my comedy show?
I don't think you're gonna get booed. If anything, I feel like people will be like, dang, Doc, you could do that too.
Hey, Sean P, if you can, call in, man. Let us know what's going on. 810-560-0658.
Shout out to Sean P.
It's a comedy show, and Sean P I think he's very
Do Sean P do comedy?
No, he's funny as hell though. He's funny as hell. Shout out to Sean P.
He can open.
Yeah, he can open up for me one day. No, I'm just joking. So
yeah.
So I'm gonna tell you about this comedy show. This comedy show will be one of the most interesting comedy shows I've ever seen.
Are we referring to the one that is this weekend or November?
November 1st.
Okay.
Because it's called the Big Comedy Show.
Okay.
It's featuring me, Tara Sugar Berry. She's probably the veteran out of everybody.
Got it. I remember her.
Stephanie Fozakis.
Okay, Stephanie.
And Taria Jones.
Nice.
It's gonna be at the
so Stephanie doing more than just paying.
Right. Tickets are $30. So
nice.
If y'all want to know, let me know. You get some tickets. Come see me buy them. I'm gonna tell that motherfucker.
Everybody comes sit in the first one.
Well, don't sit in the first row. I'm talking about your ass. I know. I'm saying. I know what y'all thinking.
Okay.
So
He's like, I know y'all think I'm gonna talk about the ones in the front, but no, I'm going to the back.
And I might even perform. I might. It's a grand opening, grand closer.
Well, I just heard that. I just heard it in my but I think
grand
that's
opening,
gonna be good.
Grand closing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm proud of you.
Thank you very much.
Proud of you. That takes a lot of self-discipline.
Yeah. Tie right back in.
To get up there and in front of people.
I'm gonna say it's gonna take me a lot of heart.
It will.
It's gonna take a lot of heart.
But you got that though.
Yeah.
You got that.
I got that I don't give a fuck mode too.
Okay, don't have that. But had a heart. Keep the heart.
I got the heart like Kevin.
Like Holiday.
She's trying to add lyrics and shit.
Like Kevin.
Like Kevin, right? Kevin Hart, get it?
Yeah,
Kevin.
but I'm bum. Yeah.
Anyway, so this Sunday, I'm hosting the comedy show, and it's to raise money for the church.
That's good.
I am the breathing heathen.
That's what you asked. The breathing heathen.
The breathing heathen.
At least it's not chocolate thunder.
No, that's the other one. That's when I'm doing Sean. Ladies and gentlemen, chocolate thunder. Thank you very much. Anyway,
coming to the stage, ladies and gentlemen.
Grand open, grand closing.
Nah, I'm condoning this. But no, I feel like it's gonna be really good though. Because when you be at comedy shows, people be in the audience like, "Hey, is he a comedian?" I'd be like, "No."
No. Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is.
His little commentary,
diggy.
people be thinking that he be.
It's the diggy.
A comedian.
Yeah. But I'm dope like that, so I'm
very talented.
I'm taking the words out of Kanye because he lost his mind, so he probably don't got no more words. He probably talking sign language.
He talking code.
I'm dope and I do dope shit. So
that's it. That's all.
And that's it. That's all, and that's where I'm at with it.
Yes, but we do have a video to be able to go along with the topic. So
let's go ahead.
Check that out. We'll be right back.
Yep.
This is a secret about ground beef they don't want you to know.
This is a combo bin of meat. A combo bin is 2,000 pounds approximately of meat that's coming in from a boning facility.
The meat in these boxes comes from many different animals and many different places. Some is even from overseas. All of it is ground together to make the juicy hamburger Americans love. Hamburger used to be the scraps left over from butchering just one cow. But a significant change has occurred. Now, parts of many cows are blended together by the ton.
If we take the meat from one animal and grind it up and make ground beef from just one animal, we're including only the bacteria from one animal. But if we take the meat from 1,000 different animals and grind that together, we're pooling the bacteria from 1,000 different animals as well.
So explain this to me. How many different cows would be in one burger?
Well, I suspect that there are hundreds or even thousands of animals that have contributed to a single hamburger.
And that's why I always grind my own beef.
He said thousands of animals. He asked the question, how many cows? He said, well, hundreds, possibly thousands of different animals.
And you really have to pay attention to the terminology, but I feel like that's what
that let us know. That's why we have to have our discipline about our diet. And I was actually going to say, because you do this video.
Yeah, we do have very low self-discipline when it comes to food because we're just looking for stuff to be quick. We just said we on fast time. We don't have the time to prepare a meal, to prep, to do this and do that. And by the time
we take our time though.
Yeah, but we don't have the time to take.
Yes, you do. Is if you cut off an hour and a half of the sleeping time, the 8 hours.
Okay.
You got enough time.
Nah. Okay. So we gonna substitute sleep to eat. The scheme.
No, the scheming heathen. There, I fix it.
Okay.
I'm about to say, you know what, Dorian?
Okay, Cal, let's go in on the cow.
I mean,
but they do say the parts last for a while. The meat that when you chop it up from a cow.
No, but you have to you better have a deep freezer.
I would say if you preserve it. Yeah.
I bought half a cow one time and it lasted a family of 8 almost 5 months.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
And then you can still get it grounded yourself too. You know what I mean?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gotta chill because that's So today's ground beef full version of mixed jive. The mix.
Yeah, I mean that's what it is.
And here's the thing, that was a very interesting video to see because growing up, my grandma didn't use beef and things like that she would always use the Genio turkey. So when I grew up, I'm like, okay, the ground turkey is better than the ground. The ground turkey is better than the ground beef. Mm-hmm. But now, just from seeing that video, I can't even be 100% sure that all of that is coming from turkey.
No, I mean he said
other
insisted
animals.
He said other animals. And he said it said 1,000 pounds of meat from different animals.
And that's what I'm saying. But if you really look on it, take a look at your chicken and things like that. It'd be saying like with deer meat. Or just it be mixed with certain things or rib meat or
chicken on meat. Oh, you talking about the chicken meat? You talking about like slice?
It be other meat inside of the chicken, but the thing that sticks out the most to you is chicken. It's chicken breast or chicken tender or whatever case may be. But when you look at that little, it say made with rib meat or made with
beef, pork.
You see what I'm saying? It just be other things that it's on there. It's in our face, but we just hey, I gotta get to the grocery store. Hey, I gotta get this. I gotta go back home so I can cook. We're not taking the time to read ingredients. We're not taking the time to actually see what are in these things. And the food industry, they know this. So they're putting them in the most, you know what I'm saying, craziest spots so that you can't see them. Or you won't pay attention to them because you just think that you're going to get chicken or just some type of meat. So, yeah,
it's crazy. So we have to really be disciplined on how we eat. I mean, be very honest with you. That's why I went when I made that sandwich. I went to a True Deli and I asked them, "Can I see the package that it comes in?" And it wasn't a processed form of turkey.
Let's normalize lunch meat again.
No, do not normalize lunch meat.
Why?
Because it's a lot of it is fake. It's just like that. It has glue. Yeah, it has glue in it. So lunch meat, especially bologna.
Oh, bologna.
Bologna is definitely one of those meats that's in the bad part.
Yeah, well, people eating that to begin with is.
So the bologna is actually not just the meat; it's actually organs as well. So you eat a heart, you eat a penis, you have a lot of different organs inside.
I was gonna make a joke, but it's okay. People do that anyway.
Oh, eat penis.
Just anything.
Well, that's what nothing on the pig is ever not used. They slice up and they mash together everything. Bologna is that. It's the eyes, it's like the nose.
And then you got the nerve to have to take off the little rings. See, I don't be getting into all of that. I never was a person that did a lot of lunch meat. I always did the roasted tier chickens.
Gotcha. And those you don't want to eat those no more.
Roasted tier chickens.
You don't want to eat the.
I stopped. I stopped eating them.
Did you see the warning that came out about those?
No, I stopped eating them a while ago, but they were good while they were good.
For $5? Ooh.
Yeah, okay. On a croissant with some Miracle Whip.
Speaking of Miracle Whip, I just had some Miracle Whip.
Yeah.
And it's a miracle.
Yeah, Miracle Whip and mayo is not the same thing.
No, it's not.
It's a big difference.
And I'm cheating because I normally have avocado mayo or olive oil mayo. I got away from the Miracle Whip. So being disciplined on how to eat healthy and right is two different things.
So I have a question for you.
Sure.
So you know how we say we don't have the resources or we don't have the money. Say if money wasn't an issue and we were able to get our hands on some of the things that our other counterparts are, do you think that we would make that change, or you feel like we just so conditioned so we would just keep?
We have the ability to have our hands on everything that they have. We just don't do it. Like I'm sure how lazy it is. I was about to buy a thing of pineapple, but it was already cut. Right, it was $8.99, but they had the whole pineapples on the side for $1.79.
Yeah, because who gonna take the time to take out the core? And you know what I'm saying?
The extra hour and 30 minutes, you could take extra 7 minutes to do it.
That's true. And use mason jars to preserve your food instead of keeping them in the plastic. So, Dorian said, my first job out of high school was Thorn Apple Valley. It was terrible.
Oh my God.
Why does that sound familiar?
Thorn Apple Valley is the name of a brand for meat.
Okay. Thank you. Probably was on bacon.
He'd have seen the slaughter happen. Many days.
Thorn Apple Valley. Because they don't want in a red pack, right?
I guess so.
Red and white.
But I would say this, the smell is horrific.
Really?
The smell of a meat packing place.
Oh, yeah. But shout out to the butchers, though, that are able to cut up your meats for you and provide that. Yeah. Because I personally don't want to fool with cutting no lamb chops. But I definitely do like when the butcher cuts them. I pick out my pack. I give it to the butcher. They unravel it, cut it, seal it back. And then shout out to Cattleman's.
Shout out to Cattleman's. I don't even like Cattleman's if it's not a.
I like Cattleman's.
If it ain't kosher.
Hey, Britt. Good morning.
If it ain't a kosher or Muslim spot, I don't go. Carly on the air.
Yeah, where they pray over their meat.
Man, listen, this particular heat reminds me of that job because it was fresh out of high school. And there used to be a Thornapple Valley's right there off of 96 between Warren and it's like some industrial stuff, not something else now because they went out of business. And I would say this much, Miles, to this day, I'm not a cold cut person, bro. I've seen how bologna is made, how ham is made, the smell. And I had to put the pots where they would cook the meat. They would cook this concoction. It was almost like potted meat.
It was the cooking part that I know, probably the smell.
And then we had to have these uniforms on so we didn't contaminate nothing, right?
Yeah.
And it was like this temperature outside, and I got a whole outfit on.
Hazard suit on.
I remember having some tan khakis, and I sweated through a pair of tan khakis, like to the skin.
Wow.
And the smell was so bad because they was taking real, like you would see the pig, the cow. It would take everything is going into that bologna. Everything is going into that ham. We cook it in the next room. It would be 30 degrees.
Damn.
Right next door. And they would put the and that's the processing side. That's when they would put the what they would call that, more or less it's like brine, it's salt. And so they package it up, and then after sitting so long, and they package it up, they cut it, and then they slice it down. The whole process was completely disgusting. But look, as they would say, you don't want to know how the sausage is made.
Yeah, I'd rather just eat it and enjoy it.
I'll tell you one thing. Now, I will eat a cow. Eat a cow. So all hot dogs for me has to be, I get the Hebrew National.
Yes.
Because it's bloodless.
So does it taste different, or you just feel better knowing that it's a different?
It tastes different. And I hate to say it, the Jews got the plan together as far as how they do their chicken, halal. That's not a Muslim thing. That's actually how they would. It's a Middle Eastern thing. They don't eat food with blood in it.
Right.
So they drain all the blood out of it. That's what halal means. So I would rather eat a beef hot dog or a beef sausage opposed to a pork sausage, because the swine is basically an enlarged rat. It'll eat anything. It'll eat you.
Yep, you lay there long enough.
You want to get rid of somebody? You really want to get rid of somebody? Take him to a pig farm. Throw him out there. The pig can eat that person to death. And so that animal has hair that it's what animal doesn't sweat? What you think it's going to do? It's going to keep all the dirt and the toxins.
And that's what they were saying in that video, that it's not just the bacteria from one animal or one pig or whatever, or one cow. It's multiple animals that bacteria is coming from, and it's not being properly cleaned or drained or whatever the case may be. So
a pig is the lowest animal on the planet.
Yeah.
It's the lowest, and because it'll eat anything, and it has Trichinella worms in it. So, like, if you pour pour some Pepsi on some bologna, you'll see the worms popping up. It's not that's the reason why Muslims, even Jewish people, really don't eat pork. We the only ones that's eating it.
Yeah.
Pork ribs, pork chops.
That's true, because if you think about it, meat is not good. If it was not seasoned, it wouldn't be good. So essentially we have to enhance it to be able to eat it. So
yeah, we got our seasoning down game, but like Miles was saying, basically culturally we could eat the same stuff that these other people eat, but see, that doesn't negate the fact that we have GMOs in everything. And everything organic isn't technically organic because they're still using fertilizer. If you're not using, I don't know, cow dung as fertilizer, if you're not using, they put a lot of corn in everything. Corn fattens you up. They do in your cows. They used to have them eat wheat. They wouldn't be so big. And so now, in order to fatten them up, this is all Monsanto. This is what they tell the farmers. This is how they get their subsidies. You have to feed it corn. And so that's how they get fattened up, and that's how they can stretch the beef out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because to keep up with that demand, definitely. And they do it with chickens too. Beef them up with steroids and just other things like that to keep up with the demand for it. So
yeah, like Amish wings. Real chicken wings supposed to be way smaller than what you see.
Exactly. And I don't know why, but African Americans, we are very skeptical of big chicken. We like the flats, we like the drums, any type of big chicken, we looking at it sideways because we like, okay, what chicken is actually this big? So
because a lot of people from my generation, we realized during the 80s, we were the first generation to eat processed food. The first gen to eat processed. And and we remember when chicken wings were little.
Yes.
They were small. They didn't have, Monsanto took over. This is all part of George Bush's plan to dumb us down. And Monsanto took over. And
who is Monsanto?
They're the big conglomerate that controls all the food in the world, in the country. Mostly in the world. Well, mostly in the country. You cannot grow your own food.
Good morning, underrated darkness.
And they have a certain type of chemical they like to put in the food. This is why you go into other countries and they'll be like, their food tastes different.
Yes.
And it's because Monsanto don't have the capacity to do that in Europe or in other countries.
Gotcha.
These are the ones that are eating their genetically modified organisms that they put in all the food, the wheat, the corn, the beets, everything we eat. And so the people, that's why you have organic marks. You see, the problem with organic marks, if they're not using natural fertilizer, which is also a poison in a sense, right?
Right.
Because if this is why you tend to get the recall from small, you ever be like, oh, they got a recall for some beef, and it'd be mostly, if you look at it, it's not Tyson, it's not these other larger, because the same like when you're growing weed. Right, you got to have certain chemicals. You got insecticides. You got everything, and so you have to. There's no guarantee. Basically, everything we eat is gonna kill you. It's subject to line you up to some type of disease, some type of thing. And then that's what I was saying earlier about moderation. You can drink too much water.
You can, and that can kill you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that can kill you. You can work out too much. You can have sex too much.
That's true.
You have to moderate.
You have to moderate. Yeah.
I can't wait till I get to moderating. Thank you for giving us a call, Dorian.
Thank you so much, Dorian.
As y'all know, we went over the 10:30 hour. We're about to go down to a break, and we'll be right back. Y'all watching the Rise and Grind Morning Show right here on Podcastic. Stay with us.
Are you an indie podcast or content creator looking to reach a wider audience? Look no further. Introducing Podcastic, the ultimate podcast network designed exclusively for indie creators like you. At Podcastic, we believe in the power of unique voices and fresh perspectives. We're here to amplify your passion and creativity, connecting you with a growing community of engaged listeners who crave original content. Podcastic is more than just a platform. It's a support system built for indie podcasters, offering a range of resources to help you succeed. From tailored promotional campaigns to professional production assistance, we're here to help you shine. Our intuitive platform makes it easy for you to be seen and heard. We do all the heavy lifting for you. You just show up and create. Plus, with our advanced analytics, you'll gain valuable insights into your audience's preferences, allowing you to refine your content and grow your fan base. Ignite your passion, expand your reach, and thrive with podcasting. Visit our website at www.podcasticlife.com to get started. Podcastic, the home for indie podcasts and content creators.
I pray that my love for you is bigger than what my parents have.
So you must be my daughter's new friend?
Candy, let me ask you a question.
Oh, so this him? This the man that comforts you more than me?
Mama, all men ain't like daddy.
That's not fair!
So I'm gonna be like Queen Latifah and these bitches set it off. I ain't risking my life for little $2,000. We got $1 million in the hood. Somebody gonna fuck around and rob that motherfucker. We see a bitch and smack a bitch.
I don't know what you gotta do or how you gotta do it. Just save my daughter.
Our medical teams have exhausted all viable options for her. I'm very sorry for your loss.
The craziest part is you looked out for me more than he did the whole time I was pregnant.
Did you ever once think what this poly bullshit would do to Bria?
You better speak! You already think we can't walk and chew gum at the same time?
I thought we could be something special.
You gotta fix it, man! Fix it! Fix it! What? What kind of man you think I am?
I don't know.
You took a part of my soul, but I'd still give you
You? I promise.
You wish you had something like me and your daddy.
I do wish I had something like y'all.
Mom, I'm pregnant.
Pregnant? How'd that happen?
It's short around 6 to 8 weeks.
My parents just have something so special that I desire to have.
So you gonna tell your new man or your old man?
But she leaves a fucking note. A fucking note? Nigga, I just lost my mind. All she leave me is a note.
Ooh, I'll play.
Shit, I guess I'll play too then. Lauren, come on.
No, I promised Marie I was gonna stop being messy.
Oh my God. Is that Marie? Nigga, you know my name.
Oh, you must be the ex, huh? My bad, bro, cause last time I checked, she didn't even tell you about our baby.
Hey, that's enough! That's enough!
A stupid ass nigga.
Man, stop! So what does this mean? What does this mean?
Bitch, stop talking to me.
Marie, you are such a fucking hoe.
you.
Oh, now you wanna slap me?
Hey, real quick, I know you guys are enjoying the show. Yes, we are always having a good time on the Rise and Grind show. But please, do me a favor. Go to YouTube, type in Rise and Grind Morning Show. Hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on your notifications. Therefore, you can always be in tune with our live content and interact with us, be in the comments, and we can keep bringing dope, hot content to you. Now, we're going right back to the show.
Trying to see something. So you trying to see something. Welcome back to the Rise and Grind Morning Show. This is what we do. What up, though, Todd? Talking to Todd is on the build. Is in the building on this. Britt, you got to tell me all about what's going on.
That was me.
I know it was. Don't worry about it. Yeah, don't worry.
Good morning, Todd. I was definitely the problem.
He was definitely the problem.
Yes. Thank y'all for rocking with us today and tapping in with us.
Yes. Brittany, we miss you.
Yes.
Come on.
Brittany. Chanie. Hey.
Brittany Chanie.
Brittany Chanie.
Brittany with Chanie for the feet.
I ain't gonna lie though, because I kind of want to take the Chanie. We'll work it out.
Broad down to me.
Yes.
And when y'all get a chance.
Because if you see it,
bitch.
Smack her.
Bitch.
In the words of my Dixon.
And also, go check out Mike Jeffers' Bad Day.
You know what? I actually enjoyed Bad Day. Shout out to Mike Jeffers. I did. I enjoyed it. Because it was just like, dang, and that's reality. That's reality.
Very true.
We have some bad days.
Hey y'all, let's quit tearing each other down. I will make a pinky sweat right now. Let's quit tearing each other down. I seen something that was irritating.
Pinky down. You're supposed to do it like this. Okay.
Oh, like this. Well, listen.
It got a hook.
I seen somebody tearing down Tyler Perry movie again, and it irritated me because
inevitable.
Because they probably not doing shit with their life.
Yeah, at least not making movies. But I mean, is that bad though for us to have our own opinion?
You have your own opinion. Keep it to yourself.
What fun is that?
I mean, if you're not doing nothing.
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying though. I enjoyed the movie. I enjoyed Straw. Caller, you on the air.
Caller, turn your radio down. Turn your radio down. Turn your radio down.
Good morning, just underrated dog.
Hey, good morning. How are you?
I'm fine. How you doing?
I'm good.
Yeah, how you doing?
I can't complain. Thank you.
That's good. Peace to y'all and everything. It's a great conversation, turning each other down, stuff like that. Sometimes, like us as genuine people, we got to give each other grace. And the ones that want to keep the toxic going, we got to put them in the corner.
Yeah,
I agree. No room for them.
No matter like they have, they have all this money, houses and stuff. They are still toxic people. So I'm talking about some, and so us as people of African descent, we have to understand. We gotta learn to work together. We gotta learn to work through our differences. And so we have to understand that. I always going to say this, and I know quite a few people. It's not going to agree and stuff like that. We're on our own. So we is the black man, the black woman. We on our own.
We are.
Mm-hmm, unfortunately.
So when I see certain things going on and stuff happening like that, there are some of our people. They just want to keep drama going and toxic going, and sometimes there are some that are in the midst of us and everything. And we should have these conversations and stuff that, hey, I am not apologizing that I want to be around truth. Not my truth, not your truth. I want to be around people that are genuine. I know despite we're imperfect and everything, but I want to be around people that if I do something wrong, they underrated. You need to check that. You know what I mean? I don't want to be around people that just want to like see me do bad because you do bad and stuff. Nah, I don't want to be around you like that.
Yeah, it's to a point where we don't want to match energy for sure. And if we do, we need to match a good energy, not toxic like you said energy, not energy where it's keeping each other down, but to definitely lift each other up. So I agree wholeheartedly.
I mean, like a person do something encouraging, it could be more encouraging. You'd be surprised that would bring a person up. I mean, like for instance, I say, come on now. I mean, like, come on. I see quite a few stuff on the news, and it gets me sick. Ever since, I turned 50 now on the 4th of this month and everything, I think I looked at things, as reminders and stuff. And I thought about y'all, what a great job you're doing and help us to bring together. I know you're talking about humanity. I'm talking about humanity, yes, I understand that. But especially us as a people, and I want people to hear this. You need to check them out, y'all, because they're trying to bring us together, a different perspective individually, but at the same time work close together because they have proven that the black man and the black woman could work together.
Yeah.
Is this, and we can move things and everything. You do not have a lot of money, have to do it. But what I'm saying, like, it has to come from us before generation wealth. We have to understand. We have to build each other, and the generation wealth and other resources will come. And I just want to thank y'all. To invite to be part of your family. Thanks for shout out to Brother Todd and everything. And I want to thank y'all so much because at times y'all got me through my day.
That's what's up, brother. Thank you.
Thank you.
I forget all run my mouth too much.
No, you're fine. We appreciate hearing from you always. Thank you for tapping in. Thank you for sharing our platform with other people. Thank you for the support, for the encouragement. We do appreciate it and continue to tap in and share.
We do. Thank you.
And I want to get you on my channel so I can interview y'all.
We would love that.
We love that. We
Thank
ready.
you.
We ready.
Thank you.
Reach out to me, Jerry Thomas on Facebook. Reach out to me.
I
Come
sure
on,
will.
now.
I'll send you a DM soon for sure.
All right, thank you. Have a blessed one.
No problem. Thank you.
All right.
Have a blessed one.
You know, one thing he just pointed out, and I realized we have broken some modes that black men and women can't work together.
Obviously, we
Yeah.
do it daily.
Do it every day. Shout out to the black women and men of
The
podcasting,
men's, yeah.
and the people that's in our network. Shout out to Q.
I feel like we can work together if we are if we have a like-minded goal.
Yeah.
I feel like where the confusion comes in is if I'm trying to do this, but you're trying to do this and this. But if we are all collectively on one accord and under, trying to reach one goal, we can work together because we all want to see that one goal come to light, right? So work smarter, not harder.
That's it.
Lean on and depend on your team.
And y'all heard it right here on podcast. On the Rise and Grind Morning shit.
Heard it here first.
Yes, you heard it here first. I think we're gonna be working on a whole lot of different new things too. That's gonna help bring us together.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Poscas. The Poscas is going on October 3rd.
You know I gotta do it.
P3. That's how it's going down. Anyway.
The logo will look a lot better than
This like a glory hole, and then this just look. Never mind. Never mind.
That's a big glory.
Hallelujah. So listen. No. So we gonna ask everybody to start nominating their people on our page between today and Wednesday. We gonna start saying open flood for nominations.
Yes, because it's time. Shout out your people. Shout out your podcast.
Yeah.
And it does not have to just be within the podcasting family. Please
It's
invite
not.
others
First
for
of all,
other networks.
It's not just about the podcasting
Please,
family.
yes.
Yeah, because
We love to see y'all.
We tired of seeing y'all. No.
Look, I'm up like we didn't work on that. You see how I'm saying we love to? He's saying we want to see y'all. We gonna work on our transition.
Because I'm so tired of people like, the only people who win are the podcasting people. No, that's not true.
You know what? We invite all.
You invite
come
all.
one, come all.
Yeah. So the podcast is going down October 3rd.
Yes, great month.
Tables are $8. I think it's going to be $500 or $525, and it comes with some amenities.
Yeah.
Yeah. The red
And
carpet.
some complimentaries.
Tell is doing the red carpet. I heard.
Yes.
I heard she's doing the red carpet.
Shout out to Tam. Tam always kill on the red carpet, and her energy, it makes you just want to go over to her setup and be like, hey, what's going on here? So yeah.
Who's this? Let me what y'all got going on.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, Tam be killing on the red carpet. Shout out to her.
Yes.
And all that she do.
And it's all about Pie Life too. Pie Life this is not just something we do. This is our way of life.
Lifestyle.
It's a lifestyle for sure.
Yeah.
So we about to get out of here.
Yeah.
Me and Chanie about to get out of here.
Talk about it.
Pie talk about it. But we got new shows that's coming aboard.
Yeah.
Pie Life too is Potty Mouth. I need to talk to you about that, Shan. Mission and his son is joining the podcasting family.
Oh.
So
Shout out to Mission in Houston.
Yeah. And that's it, y'all. So just stay woke, stay aware. And now that I drank my ginseng juice, it's like I got a boost of energy.
Shout out to ginseng, right?
I should have did that before first. Yeah, ginseng.
Mm-hmm.
Ginseng. Ginseng.
Mm-hmm.
It's singing.
That's what they give you for communion.
No, the hell they don't. They did. They be running up and down them aisles for real.
Oh.
For sure.
No, for real, Cal.
would-
Telling tales. I nominate you. We nominate you.
For everything.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that would be unfair just to have. Anyway, we'll talk about that later. Hey, y'all, we're about to get out of here. Cal, thank you. Dorian, thank you.
Yes.
Todd, thank you. Brittany, thank you. Who was the last person just called?
Unrated Darkness. Thank you.
Unrated Darkness. Thank you, Virginia.
Yeah, he like darkness.
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 That's darkness. That's the East Coast swing, yo.
Darkness.
Darkness. So listen, we about to get out of here. Chanie, thank you for holding it down with me.
No problem.
Doing my sleepy.
Being in the darkness.
Sleepy space. So, Dorian. You and Dorian was co-hosting with
Shout out to Dorian.
Dorian,
Dorian, you ate that today.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you for hanging in there. Hey, yo, we'll be right back. We'll see y'all tomorrow. Lake be with us. Well, Brittany is back on Wednesday. Todd is out for the week. Pie Talk going on. We're going to be doing a whole lot of things, bringing it to you. So stay tuned. We'll be Till tomorrow. Peace. Jim Animal tonight, 9 o'clock.
Yes, Strong Cast.
Strong Cast. Dr. Sabrina Jackson is up next. See you
yes,
later.
Emmy at 4.
Yeah,
Stay
and
tuned.
Emmy's at 4. Peace.
And Robert Real at 6.
Oh, Robert.
All right, for real, peace.
Peace. Bye. Now.
Rise and grind. Wanna show at 9:15 a.m. Monday through Friday. Great conversation, guest appearances. 'Cause you